Welcome to weekly Forex forecast from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. I will be doing a complete multi-time frame analysis of all the hottest currency pairs and indices that we will be looking to trade next week. The list is a bit longer as usual, but don't worry, I will put a timestamp in the description area. But I'll suggest you to watch all of them. As you have seen in our previous weekly Forex forecast, most of the pairs did exactly according to the analysis. Let's quickly look at the DXY analysis that I made in our previous weekly Forex forecast. We might see that initially the price is breaking down to the support level, and then we can expect for the price to go ahead and testing this resistance, and we might see that on the monthly close we could see the price is coming around this zone. It may not be exactly this level, but we could see that price is closing around this zone, forming a wave for DXY to form in that way. So this is where the current chart on DXY. This is where we left past week, and we expected DXY to break initially to the downside and then to go back up and close somewhere here as creating a wave similar to this pattern. And what we have seen that DXY has done exactly as expected in this time frame. Smash the like button now and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. Without further delay, let's get started this week's weekly Forex forecast. Okay, so as usual, we'll be starting with DXY, as DXY will give us clear direction of most of the USD pairs, and then we will be looking at gold and yen pairs as well as indices. Then, so first let's look at higher time frame on DXY, looking at the monthly time frame, as this is the last week of the month. We will see a monthly close in just 2 days time, and this current monthly candle on DXY, we see that a narrower candle, as this monthly candle couldn't make much bigger movement to the upside. What I think that this might close as a narrow doji where there is a monthly opening and closing. What I think that the market might close as a narrower candle, and then we could see further drop to test this monthly low, and then we can expect again remaining bullish as it is a long-term bull market. Looking at the weekly time frame to see how DXY is performing, we see that from the weekly perspective, the weekly candle closed as a bullish candle on DXY. We saw that the market crossed all these weekly low and then went back up, closed as a strong bullish engulfer, which is potentially a bullish price action. What I think that this week in the beginning we could see another retest of this support, as we see that the market gathered liquidity from the support close as a bullish engulfer. We may not see straight going up, as we can expect a retest of this liquidity zone before it's moving to the upside. So we can expect initial downside and then can expect it to remain bullish or even coming back down further, as we are expecting the monthly close somewhere here as a monthly narrow doji, and then we can expect further downside. And what I think that on the lower time frame we could see initially a range on DXY. Now looking at the daily time frame to see how DXY is evolving, we can see that this instrument has formed a bull flag on the daily time frame that we can spot here. And with that bull flag, what we have seen that primarily the price has tested this support, has gone back up. Now currently the price above this resistance level form a narrower candle, and I think that now what we could see that DXY testing this level, testing this support multiple times, and after this impulse we can expect a pullback and then continuation to the upside. Now if we take our Fibonacci for this daily move, what we can expect, this is the daily breakout from this bull flag, and there are two important Fibonacci levels that we can expect for DXY to retest before moving to the upside, this is the 50%, which is also aligning with the support along with 61.8% Fibonacci level. And I think that DXY for longer term perspective coming back down here or even breaking this low and then trending to the upside towards its long term direction. Now looking at further lower time frame to see how DXY is doing, what I think that DXY might range in this zone for a bit longer, and we could see an upside, downside, and ranging in that zone, testing this Fibonacci level before moving to the upside. So this week we could see a wave on DXY is initially going up for a retest, coming back down to this level, and then we can expect the price to remain bullish at the end of the week. So we can expect a wave, something like an V-shaped wave on DXY in the upcoming week. So based on that, we'll look at now how we can trade other instrument, starting with GBPUSD. Now looking at GBPUSD, looking at the monthly time frame to see overall picture. Now from the monthly, we can see that GBPUSD back to back 3 months very strong bearish pattern, which is still remaining bearish. And what I think that with the new weekly opening, we could see initial pullback, and then we can expect GBPUSD to drop further. Now looking at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly perspective as well, GBPUSD forming series of lower high. Now this last weekly candle, we saw a bearish pin bar that has crossed all this high, close back below. And what I think that with the new market opening, we could see a retest of this resistance, and then we can expect GBPUSD to remain bearish in the upcoming week. Now looking at the daily time frame, we can see that from the daily there is a narrower red candle, and I think that GBPUSD we could see initially a little bit of drop and then continuation to the upside to this resistance, and then we can expect it to remain bearish for longer term perspective, as we are expecting DXY to remain bullish for longer term perspective. Now looking at further lower time frame on GBPUSD, we see that the price already consolidating in that zone, and also there is a resistance level here, which is a high liquidity zone. And I think that GBPUSD we could see that the market trying to break this high, and from that resistance we can expect GBPUSD to remain bearish, and this could be the wave this week on GBPUSD, initially testing this low, going back up, and then coming back down to this resistance level, as this market is maintaining this resistance smoothly. And these are the zone that we can look for potential trading opportunity on GBPUSD. Now let's look at euro dollar. Now looking at monthly, now from the monthly perspective, we see that this market also formed a narrower doji so far this month, and we can expect euro dollar also this in the upcoming week also to remain bearish. Now looking at the weekly time frame, we can see that there is a weekly candle that has crossed all these high, and we have seen an immediate rejection towards the downside. And I think that in the upcoming week we can expect for the price to go back up to this resistance to retest, and from that level we can expect euro dollar to remain bearish. Now looking at the daily time frame, we can see that from the daily perspective there is a back-to-back 2 dojis, and this doji last day of trading week have crossed this high, and we have seen a rejection forming back-to-back 2 double dojis with high liquidity grab. Now what we can expect this week, what I think that initially going back up to test this level and then to remain bearish, as we are expecting DXY to remain bullish. Now looking at further lower time frame, we can see that on euro dollar there is a unusual move to the upside, tested this resistance, and we saw that immediate rejection. What I think that the euro dollar we might see further drop in the market opening, and from this zone we can expect another wave of uprise, and I think the price might break this high where there is a high liquidity, and from that level we can expect euro dollar to remain bearish, and this could be the wave this week on euro dollar. Now let's see dollar CAD, how it is doing. Now looking at dollar CAD, looking at the monthly. Now from the monthly we can see that this is a long-term bullish price action on dollar CAD. Now with that long-term bull market, we can see that dollar CAD had a strong bounce to the upside. Now with that bounce, we have seen that dollar CAD currently above all this resistance, and I think that as it is a very strongly bullish market, we can expect dollar CAD to remain bullish in the upcoming week as well. Now looking at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective, there are back-to-back two strong wave. There is a strong impulse, correction, another impulse. We can expect to remain bullish as it is still in a strong uptrending market structure. This is the previous resistance here, and I think the dollar CAD this week we could see the break of this resistance before dropping down for further pullback. Now looking at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective there was a series of higher low and there is a strong upside momentum. If you look at here, we see that there is a strong liquidity gap with this daily bullish engulfer, and afterwards the price didn't look back. We saw that the market is heading to the upside with this strong momentum. Now looking at further lower time frame from intraday perspective, we see that dollar CAD, it's maintaining strong bullish market structure and impulse narrow correction, so the price is maintaining series of higher high and higher low. The way the price is, what I think that at some point we can expect dollar CAD to come back down to test this important level of support, and I think that dollar CAD might retest this level, grab liquidity from here, and then we can expect it to continue to the upside, and this could be the zone that we can look for potential entry opportunity on dollar CAD. Now let's look at AUDUSD, looking at monthly. Now from the monthly we can see that this instrument is strongly bearish. Back to back 3 months we have seen that AUDUSD is in a strong downtrend, creating series of lower high and lower low, which is still maintaining that trend, and I think that AUDUSD may remain bearish this month also. Now looking at the weekly time frame, what we see that from the weekly perspective, AUDUSD has from previous week a narrow doji. Now this week the price is exactly as it is. It has broken that low. We have seen in our previous weekly forex forecast that AUDUSD has dropped back below, gather liquidity, and has formed as another doji. And what I think that this week we might see initial pullback to the upside and then continuation, as it is a long-term bearish market. Now looking at daily time frame on AUDUSD, we can see that from the daily perspective also this market maintaining a bearish market structure, maintaining series of lower high and lower low. Last 2 days we have seen long week candles on AUDUSD. What I think that on the market opening we can expect AUDUSD to go back up to retest this level and then continuation towards the downside. Now looking at further lower time frame, we can see that AUDUSD last sessions we have seen 2 long bearish candles, and I think that with the market opening we can expect initial pullback to the upside. We could see a break any of this resistance or even break of this high can give suitable entry for AUDUSD, as we could see that this market is remaining bearish along with the bullish momentum on DXY. Now let's look at gold to see what kind of price action we have on gold. Now past week we have seen that gold was volatile. Initially we have seen some sideways movement, and then finally it has broken out of the range, maintaining its long-term uptrend. So let's see first of all higher time frame, looking at monthly perspective. Now as we have seen in our previous weekly forex forecast, this is what exactly predicted to be gold to be bullish, and it is heading to that direction. Now this is the monthly candle which is almost nearing the end, and I think that gold as we expected to break this all-time high, and we see that gold is heading to that level, and I think that ultimately we could see that gold breaking this 2080 level to create a new higher high. The price already above 2000 level, and we can expect it to remain bullish. Now if we look at this monthly candle on gold, we can see that the price has formed series of higher low here, and with that higher low, gold has broken all this resistance. As it has created a higher low, we can expect a higher high on gold from the monthly time frame. Now looking at the weekly perspective, we can see that from the weekly also gold maintaining bullish market structure, a very strong bullish engulfer followed by a middleman, followed by another candle which is also maintaining bullish. And what I think that gold might this week, we could see initial pullback, and that pullback even could come back to this weekly 50% of this long week candle. As we see back to back 3 weeks of bullish move, the price has a long wick at the bottom, and we could see that this week gold is coming down for a pullback to this level and then to maintaining its bullish move. Now looking at the daily time frame on gold, and we see that from the daily perspective, the market is maintaining very strong bullish market structure, starting with this impulse, narrow correction, impulse, another narrow correction. We saw that it is a very strong uptrending market structure, and I think that gold, as there is a monthly close coming, we could see the deeper pullback, and from that zone we can expect gold to remain bullish towards its long-term direction. And I think this week even you could see that it's reaching that 2080 level. Now looking at 1 hour chart to see how the market structure is evolving, and I think that this week, as you can see, there was a long consolidation on gold. Now with this long consolidation in the last moment, with the last day of trading week, we saw a sharp rejection to the upside, created this impulse, and I think that now the price highly likely we could see a retest of this neckline of this previous resistance turning support with an impulse. Now what I think that we could see, as the market is approaching a very significant liquidity zone, we can expect gold to come back down to retest this support. As we see a breakout, we can expect a retest, and I think that the very highly likely we could see gold even breaking this low to gather further liquidity, and then we can expect it to remain bullish towards its long-term direction. Now based on how the price action is reacting in that area, or even after breaking this low, we can look for bullish trading opportunity on gold, and this is the zone that I will be waiting for potential trading opportunity. As we have seen a long consolidation, a breakout, we can expect a retest before moving towards the upside, and that retest could be both of this resistance and also both of this support, and then we can expect a long-term move on gold, which is also aligning with this 50% of this weekly long week candle. So this is where we will be looking to enter on gold. As soon as we will find, I will keep you updated, guys, during the trading week in the live session as well as in analysis. And in addition to that, if you want to trade all of them, gold, all the instrument that we are trading in Forex Trading Wizard Academy, you can join us. There is a link in the description area. You can visit the website and also click join now button. Then you will be able to join us to be part of this trading community. So now let's look at yen pairs, how they are doing, starting with GBPJPY. Now looking at monthly time frame on GJ, we can see that from the monthly perspective, GBPJPY is a very sharp uptrending market from longer term perspective. Starting with this impulse on the monthly, GBPJPY has created this move, followed by we see a couple of months of consolidation and pullback, and I think that this drop on GBPJPY creating another opportunity for another impulse to the upside, as it is a long-term bullish market from the monthly time frame. Now looking at the weekly, we can see that past week GJ has formed a weekly candle that created a lower high with this long week candle and also maintaining a higher low. And I think that this week we might see initial break, and this support is quite significant. Any break of this support can give us potential bullish trading opportunity on GBPJPY, and this is the weekly support level that we can look for potential entry. Now looking at daily time frame, we can see that from the daily, here we saw a long consolidation, and from that consolidation the price has formed a bearish candle to this support level. And I think that GJ might initially break from this support, and then we can expect it to push up again, as it is a long-term bull market. Below this support there is a high liquidity, and we can expect GBPJPY to move towards the upside. Now looking at further lower time frame, we can see that in that area we saw there was an unusual move to the upside, immediate drop, and in that area the price, we have seen that maintaining this resistance level, the price is putting pressure on this support level. And I think that with the market opening we can expect initial drop, and then we can expect GBPJPY to push up, as we see that the price is maintaining that support level. Any break of this support giving us suitable reversal pattern, we can look for entry on GBPJPY for this potential move towards the upside. Now looking at dollar yen, we can see that dollar yen from the monthly, it is a long-term bullish market, but this month we have seen that dollar yen did not make much movement. It was a little bit in a sideway, but is still maintaining a bullish market structure. Now this is the almost at the end of the month. What I think the dollar yen might close as a narrow doji, and then we can expect dollar yen to retest any of this liquidity zone, either monthly support or around 50% of this monthly week, and then we can expect it to remain bullish. Now looking at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly perspective, past week there is a narrower pin bar, and this pin bar is still maintaining series of higher low, and I think that with the market opening we could see initial drop, and any break of this weekly support level we can look for buying opportunity on dollar yen, as it is a bull market. Now looking at the daily time frame, we can see that from the daily perspective this market is maintaining series of higher low. Last day of trading week we saw a sharp drop, and I think that dollar yen, we could see that the market is dropping down, and we can expect for this drop to remain bullish. Now below this daily candle, as you can see, there's a pin bar, sharp uprise. Any break of this low can give us suitable entry on dollar yen, as it is still maintaining series of higher low. Looking at further lower time frame to see suitable entry. Now this drop on dollar yen is coming back to this important level of support, and this is the first area that we can look for entry opportunity. Any break of this low after a rejection, we can look for buying opportunity on dollar yen, as it is a long-term bull market with the market opening. So now let's see indices that how the market is doing. Looking at first of all NASDAQ, looking at the monthly time frame to see overall picture in the market. Now from the monthly, we see that NASDAQ has done exactly as expected. Back-to-back 3 months, it is remaining bearish. Now we saw that it is a long-term bullish market with this huge impulse. The price has broken this resistance, and from that level, we see that NASDAQ is coming down, and with that drop, and I think that it might come back down even to this support level, where this is the resistance turning support. As we saw that there was a huge breakout, retest, and then we can expect again to remain bullish. So from the monthly, we still can expect downside on NASDAQ. Now looking at the weekly, the price is below this weekly support level. Now from the weekly, we see that NASDAQ in area where we saw series of lower high has broken out of this structure. We saw that the price completely below this support, and we can expect now with the market opening a retest of this level or even breaking this high and then continuation to the downside towards its direction. Now looking at from the daily perspective, we can see that from the daily, NASDAQ below this daily support level as the price in a very important level. I think that NASDAQ might again push up for a retest, as this is a very significant support level here, which is broken below, and what I think that the market might go back up, even breaking this swing high before coming down as the price moves from liquidity to liquidity. There is a liquidity grab from the support. We can expect for the price to go ahead and test this resistance before coming down. So from further lower time frame on NASDAQ, we can see that the market is currently, this is a bearish candle, but what I think that as you can see the market open with a gap below this support level, highly likely we could see an upside bias, and I think NASDAQ highly likely we could see a break of this swing high before coming down for a deeper drop. As we see, this is a long-term bullish market. This is a pullback, and highly likely without gathering strong liquidity, the price may not drop from this level. This is where we will be looking to enter any kind of trading opportunity on NASDAQ. Now looking at US30 to see overall direction, looking at the monthly. Now from the monthly, we can see that US30 as well, it is back to back now 3 months bearish. The market already from the monthly has broken this support level, and I think that last 2 days of the month we could see that US30 is breaking to the upside for a liquidity grab as of NASDAQ. Now looking at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective, the price has broken this significant weekly support level currently below this support, and we could see that US30 is retesting this level, and then we can expect a continuation to the downside. Now looking at further lower time frame from the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective, US30 currently has broken this significant support, and I think that with the market opening we can expect a pullback to the previous support, turning resistance here, and with that break highly likely we could see the price will gather liquidity from this resistance before coming down. And with that being said, if we look at further lower time frame, we can see that US30 currently below this support, and we can expect for the price to go ahead and retest this swing high, and above this level there is a high liquidity, and we can expect US30 to give us suitable entry opportunity along this zone as soon as we will find. So this is the zone that we will be looking for entry on US30. With that said, guys, thank you for watching this weekly Forex forecast. In addition to that, if you want to trade all of them with us and also learn our strategies, you can join us today. Link below this video in the description area. And thank you for watching. I'll see you soon in my next analysis.